Hey, what's up everybody? True Boxing here. Thank you for coming back to get hit with the truth. So today we're doing a what's next on the newly crowned WBO Cruiserweight Champion of the world at 200 pounds, Chris Billiam-Smith of the United Kingdom, as he pulled off a big upset and defeated Lawrence Okolie by a 12-round unanimous decision to claim the WBO Cruiserweight title. Before we get into his video, if you could smash the like button, leave a comment, subscribe to the channel. I really do appreciate any and all support that I can get as I try to build my channel up. And if you got nothing nice to say, you can go ahead and say it. I'm fine with it, or give me a thumbs down. Either one is okay. Open to hearing everything you guys have to say. So back to Billiam-Smith and what is possibly coming up for him now. As far as I know, there wasn't an automatic rematch clause in the contract. There very may well have been, but as it stands right now, it doesn't look like there was one. And Billiam-Smith might be able to get away with making an optional defense before he has to make any mandatories, because Okolie just made a mandatory back in March against David Light, and then fought Billiam-Smith in an optional defense, for the title. So I don't know if Billiam-Smith has to fight him again. It doesn't look right now like he does, but you never know, and we'll just see what goes down. Now, running them through the rest of the top 10 and possibilities, we start with a potential unification clash with undefeated Jai Opetaia. Not likely. Opetaia looks like he has a mandatory due with Mateusz Masternak next, and then he'll start shifting his attention after that, so we'll see. Then you got a rematch, or you got a potential showdown with former multiple-time champion Mairis Briedis. Maybe he could draw Briedis out to fight him if need be. Briedis, this might be a fight he might actually take, like one last hurrah. I could also, that would be, there's potential for that, but I'm leaning towards the less likely that happens. Then you got a rematch with Lawrence Okolie. That seems to be a possible option, but not sure if it's going to take place. But yeah, it would be a possible option. Former champion Ilunga Makabu, not likely. Makabu got handled by Badou Jack in his last fight, and I think Billiam-Smith fighting him next would be kind of like a step back, even though he would be trying to build his resume. Then you got number 5, Tabiso Mashunu. Not likely, as he's competing in an eliminator against Sergey Kovalev, most likely to determine the mandatory number 1 contender for the WBC belt. Then there's Junior Dorticos, the former 2-time champion. I don't see this one either. Just because Billiam-Smith really wants to get the bigger names, even though Dorticos was the man a couple years back. I think his dangerous power and the fact that he hasn't really been relevant since the loss to Mairis Briedis really kind of puts things in perspective for Billiam-Smith. I don't think he would fight him. Arsen Goulamirian, the undefeated WBA champion, I think that one could be possible. If Billiam-Smith really wanted an optional defense next and trying to unify belts, I think Goulamirian's a good option, because that's what Lawrence Okolie was planning on doing potentially prior to losing the fight. So it's one of those things that's up in the air. Up in the air, and I guess it could happen, but I think it's not likely to happen next, but we'll see. Alexei Papin, I don't see that fight. Noel Gavor, I don't see that one either. Awkward style, and I believe he's in the WBC rankings. Mikhail Cieslak from Poland, not seeing that one, even though that would be a decent initial defense. And then you also have you have to look at Badou Jack, the new WBC champion. I don't see that one because Jack has mandatories due, although that would be interesting. And then finally you have like a rematch with Richard Riakporhe, which is the only loss on Billiam-Smith's career. So maybe he would fight Richard Riakporhe in a rematch to try to avenge that defeat and leave no doubt. Riakporhe still is undefeated and is trying to get in line for a title shot. So we'll see what happens, but that's it. That's the what's next on newly crowned WBO Cruiserweight Champion of the World, Chris Billiam-Smith, following his upset 12-round decision win over Lawrence Okolie. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, smash the like button, leave a comment, subscribe to the channel. I appreciate any and all support. This is True Boxing. You've been here with the truth.